Now you have understood how to assign various methods of input using a single input function. Okay, now we will try how to write a program for a sine waveform. So we have already discussed in signals and system class, any signal can be represented by its graphical representation as well as by an mathematical representation. Okay, this we have already discussed this, right? So if you want to generate, if you want to express a sine waveform, you can use a function that is a sine 2 into pi into f into t, where a is the amplitude of the signal and f is the frequency and t is the time duration, time limit. Okay, so using this mathematical expression, I am going to generate a graphical representation. So we have already discussed in class, right? Using a graphical representation, we can able to write down a mathematical expression, and by using a mathematical expression, we can write a we can generate a graphical representation. Similarly here, using this function, we are going to write down a program to generate a sine waveform. Okay, so now see here, this sine function is an inbuilt function available in MATLAB. So there is no need to write down the program to generate these lookup tables. Okay, so using this built-in sine function, we can generate a sine signal. Okay, if we want to generate a sine signal, what are all the things you need? What are all the variables here you are having? One is an amplitude of the waveform, next is the frequency f, and it is t. Okay, so now I'm going to tell how to write down a program. First, what you have to do is you just write down the expression. It is a very simple. There is no need to worry about MATLAB programming. It is similar to C programming. How we can write it is in user friendly. Okay, now see this one. Okay, this is an a sine 2 pi ft. So using this function, I am going to generate a sine waveform now. So what I am going to do is just you write this expression a into sine 2 star pi star f star t. Okay, now assign this to a some variable. So consider this is a function y. Okay, now what all, if I want to generate this expression, we need to have an amplitude, frequency and time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now get an input for amplitude using this input function, using this input function. Okay, now a equal to input. Now inside this quotes we need to give a message, that is enter the amplitude. Okay, then this a part is over, right? Now I need to get a frequency. So what I have to do is the same concept, f is equal to input, enter the frequency. These two parts are over. Okay, now in this expression you are having another variable t. Now let us see what is the significance of this t. When t is equal to a single value, what you will get? Y is equal to a sine 2 star pi star f star t. When t is equal to 0, you will get sine 0, that is y is equal to 0. Now if we use a single variable t equal to 0, you will get only a single value. So what we need to do, if we want to generate a sine waveform, we need a value at each and every time instance. So for that, what I am going to do is I am going to assign this variable t to a number of values. So how can I assign this? This can be done in a format known as, that is t equal to initial value from where you are going to generate this, then the increment, then the final value. Suppose if I assign like this 0 to 1 to 5. So what will happen is t takes the value of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now in this case, when we use t, for y you will get y of 0 value, y of 1, y of 2, y of 3, y of 4, y of 5. So you will get 6 values. So there it is not enough to generate a sine waveform using these 6 values. So in this case, what I am going to do is I am going to generate a sine waveform with more number of sample values. So for that, what I am going to do is I am going to reduce the increment value as 0, 1, 2, 5. So which means that for each one division I will get a 10 multiples of 10 values. So you will get a more number of values. When we get more number of values, what will happen? It is you can see the waveform nicely. So this is the form how to assign the values. Okay. Now what we have done in this case, see here, we have assigned the frequency, we have assigned the input, we have assigned the expression. Now what we need to do, we need to assign a variable t. So now t is equal to 0, the initial value, then 0.01 to a final value 1. Okay, you can use any value. We can start from minus and you have an increment and you have an end value. So every line in MATLAB we can end with the semicolon. Okay, if there is no semicolon, it means that the line will be every line will be executed while the program is running in the command prompt. That is the difference. Okay, so now this is the program I have written to for generating a sine waveform. Now see the values y contain for each value of t, the corresponding value of y, it is stored in a variable y. Now let us discuss how to plot these function. Okay, in signals and system we have discussed about continuous time signal and discrete time signals. Okay, so in continuous time signals, for each and every instant of time you will get a value. For discrete time signals, for a discrete instance of time you will get a value. So using this concept here, I am going to generate a plot. I can generate either an continuous time signal or a discrete time signals. Here what I am going to do is I am going to use a function known as plot and stem. Okay, here if I want to generate a continuous time signal, I am going to use a function plot. So plot, the format will be plot of x-axis variable and y-axis variable. Here the same concept, stem, x-axis variable and y-axis variable. Okay, now what we have written, we have written an expression known as y is equal to a sine 2 pi ft, right? This is the expression we have written, right? Now tell me which one is the x-axis variable. In this case, the x-axis variable here we are using a t and y-axis variable is y. So in this case what I have to use is I have to use plot t comma y. Okay, in this case the same concept, stem t comma y. Okay, so what's the difference between the plot and the stem is, suppose consider if we are having different values 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, like that you are having so many values up to 1. Now if a sine waveform you are getting like this. Okay, so in this case, so consider, for example, I am telling these are all the sample values you have generated by assigning various values. Okay, so what happened in this plot case is these values are joined and you will get a waveform like this. Okay, so in the stem what will happen is each value is stem like this, 0, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. This is what t have different values. So now for 0, 0, So what you are having, you are having value like this, right? So each value is stem in this manner with equal increment. Okay, so this is the difference between using of plot and stem. If you use plot, you will get a continuous signal. If you use stem, you will get a discrete in nature. That is the difference between a plot and stem. Okay, now I have plotted this signal. Okay, right? I need to label it. Normally, while drawing a normal graph or any similar graph, what you will do, you will label the axis. So in order to label the axis, here you are having a function known as x label. Okay, x label. Within this codes, you need to give the message what you need to show in the axis. Suppose here in this x, here the x label is time, right? So what I am going to give is, I am going to give time in seconds. So while executed, what I will get is, I will get a label here as time in seconds. So that is the thing I will get when I execute the x label. Here there is no need to assign any variable. Okay, so this is what a simple function. After plot, when this function is executed, what will happen is the value is assigned, that is what we have given within this codes is assigned to the axis. Okay, now here in this y label, what is the, this is the amplitude. This is the amplitude, right? So in this case, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give y label amplitude. So what I will get is, I will get an message, that is that this label is labeled in y-axis and this time is labeled in x-axis. So that is the difference between this x label and y label. Okay, so now we can see how to generate the waveform. Okay, so this is what the thing we have written, right? T is equal to 0 equal to 0.1 to 1, input, enter the frequency, enter the amplitude. Now so we know that we are going to perform a plot, that is plot of. So what we have to give here, we have to give an x-axis variable. So x-axis t and y-axis is y. Okay, next if we I need to assign the labels to the x-axis. So what I have to give, x label time, then y label amplitude. Okay, so this is what the program to generate a sine waveform. Okay, so when you write this, you will get an sine waveform. Okay, so we can now similarly we can generate all the waveform. Now we will see what all the different waveforms we are going to generate, and we can discuss about how to write the program for this waveform. After that we will implement this in MATLAB. Okay, now here, so far what we have generated a sine waveform.